armband for Tampines Rovers, as well as Yuki Ichikawa for Geylang International. And as you can see, the teams walk out there. You'll have an inkling of the team news that I alluded to earlier. Amy Reka, Mateus Moresh in your picture. Abdel Kaim, the man on loan from the Lion City Sailors. For those of you who have opted to join this game rather than all the other action that's going on, we do thank you for your company on this Sunday evening here in Singapore. As the players finish up their pre-match rituals of fist bumps is the new normal, of course, in this COVID world that we live in. In your picture there, Baihaki Kaizan and Daniel Bennett. Two of the older players in our local league. Two of them will be in the middle of the defense for the Stags. The Stags, of course, in their black kit with those yellow trimmings. And Geylang International in their, now what's the usual green kit. Your men in the middle, referee Farhad Muhammad. He'll be assisted by Ronnie Ko and Kwang Yong. And the fourth official is Clarence Liao Hong Wei. And the match commissioner for today is, of course, Hanizam Aris. One last final coin toss for the season for the captains. Kickoff now just minutes away. This, of course, is the latest kickoff of the 4 games that are going on across the island. I did mention a title is at stake. The Lion City Sailors currently leading 2-1 against Balestier. 51 minutes played over at Jalan Besar Stadium. And at Tanjung, between Tanjung Pagar and Albrechts is Albrechts Niigata, who lead 4-1. Noor Ali, the coach, who was supposed to lead this team in AFC Cup competition this year, unfortunately cancelled owing to the pandemic. Nonetheless, he's picked out plenty of positives for his team. They have, though, had problems at the back. Speaking of problems at the back, Gavin Lee is another one who's had a tumultuous time since returning from continental competition. Of the 8 games they've played since returning from the AFC Champions League expedition, they've lost 5, drawn 2, and only won 1 game. They did, though, have a very encouraging draw, 0-0 last time out against Albrechts Niigata. As for Geylang International, the last time they played, they had a comfortable 3-0 victory over Balestier Khalsa. And a first clean sheet of the season for the Eagles. Plenty of encouragement there. Beautiful pictures of one final team huddle for this Geylang team. To my understanding, a lot of these players might be leaving the club in the off-season. Nonetheless, they've built a good camaraderie through everything they've gone through in 2021 on the pitch. At the bottom picture, number 10, Mateus Moresh, the man to look out for. Kickoff now just minutes away at our Tampines Hub. And if the mics are picking it up, you can hear the fans in full voice. The Tampines Rovers team in their huddle, and it's Baihaki Kaizan, unsurprisingly, leading the team talk ahead of kickoff. Baihaki Kaizan, of course, unfortunately missed out on a call-up to the Suzuki Cup provisional team. At 37 years of age, he remains a crucial part of, well, expected to play a crucial part in Singapore's adventures. Unfortunately not for Tatsuma Yoshida. Very much in the plans of Gavin Lee today. Baihaki Kaizan alongside 43-year-old Daniel Bennett. It is a defense that many have said need a refreshing, so it'll be interesting to see if those two stalwarts stay on beyond 2021 going into the new year. Amy Reka, number 7, what a season he's had, the Singaporean striker. 11 goals to his name already, his most prolific season in top flight Singapore football. Has been rewarded with a call-up to the provisional team for the Suzuki Cup competition coming up at the end of the year. Geylang in their last 5 matches, they've lost 3 and won 2. And it's kickoff here at our Tampines Hub. As Moresh gets us underway, it's Geylang International who kick us off in their bright green kits, looking to end the season on a high. And we did speak to Noor Ali in the build-up to kickoff, and he did said the team talk for this one writes itself, really, when you go up against your neighbors almost. The way things work in the Singapore Premier League, they do share the stadium, so they see plenty of each other. They've had 2 meetings this season thus far. Tampines Rovers edging the one in April, 3-2. And then when they faced off again in August, it was Geylang International who came from 1-0 down to win 3-1. Danny Kim, Amy Reka and Christopher Van Huysen on the score sheet for the Eagles on that day. Christopher Van Huysen having a strong end to the season. Unfortunately, it might be his last season in football if the newspapers are to be believed. He's had a return of 5 assists and 1 goal, which is decent for a player who spends a lot of time on the bench, owing very much to the under-23 ruling, which is a change to look forward to for most next season. An early foul there, given away by Iman Hakim. Andrew Au, who's come into this team and made that right-back position his own in recent weeks. One notable omission from the Tampines Rovers lineup, of course, Madhu Mohana, who seemingly is out of the picture, out of the pecking order at the moment for the Stags. And it's Ashukri Wahid who was looking to force the issue, and he's got a corner for his troubles. So the first set piece of the day will go Geylang's way. Both these teams have struggled defensively all season long. 20 games played thus far, this being the 21st, and both these teams, Geylang International, have conceded a whopping 51, and Tampines Rovers have conceded 50, which is the joint lowest in the league. Not that it's stopping the fans from cheering them on, no. As Geylang International play the corner in, that's put Shazwan Buhari in a spot of bother. He gathers the second time of asking and just looks to calm things down. Once again, it's Moresh and Amy Reka leading the line, leading the charge for Geylang. Andrew Au here on the ball. And this is a hallmark of Tampines Rovers. They do like to play it out of the back. Nice and easy. Yasir Hanapi, the man with the armband, and the ball hits the deck, gets the free kick. Adjudged to have been fouled by Azri Suhail. Irwan Shah to Kiyoga Nakamura. Looking for the man on the wing. Speaking of the two players who are missing, Zerudin Mehmedovic and Armin Bosniak. They'll be big misses. They do lead the assist chart. Armin has 11 assists, which is a league high for Tampines Rovers this season. And then Zerudin Mehmedovic, who's got 8 assists. That's a second best return on the assist front. He's tied for 8 assists with Kaishu Yamazaki and Ryoya Taniguchi. And then there's another man who knows how to set up goals. He's Barry Maguire, and he's wearing the green of Geylang today. He's got 7 assists this season. Tampines Rovers, of course, flew the flag for Singapore in continental competition for the first time in a long, long time. It was a chastening experience for the Stags. Away from the comfort of home, they did hopefully learn a thing or two from it. And at the moment, though, it's Tampines Rovers in possession of the football. Yasir looking for Andrew, gets him. Ikram Rifki straight away pressuring the Tampines Rovers man. Ikram Rifki, there's your man in the picture, is in the provisional lineup for AFF Suzuki Cup. Of course, it's a provisional lineup for Tatsuma Yoshida to have a closer look at the players. Hard to miss there, Ikram Rifki with the grey hair. Under pressure, passes it back to his captain, Abdul Kaim, to Yuki Chikawa. Mateus Moresh has dropped deep to come gather possession. He's one of those players, Mateus, who floats all across the pitch. Doesn't really have a fixed position, shall we say, but he's certainly someone who gets the fans off their seats. And that's not coming from me, that's coming from Noor Ali in the pre-match. Moresh, a key player. Unfortunately, it might be his one and only season in the Singapore Premier League. Plenty of chatter about him perhaps joining the A-League. Well, time will tell. In the here now, though, Taufik Suparno's done ever so well to get the ball back for Tampines Rovers. Taufik Suparno has been labelled as super sub for the Stags, has got 5 goals, and if memory serves me right, most of it was off the bench. Unfortunately, he was one of those players who had to miss out on the AFC Champions League competition due to injury. This game, though, is the final game of the season. It does have a feel of both teams wanting to end the season on a high, finishing as strongly as possible. As I alluded to earlier, this is, of course, one of 4 games going on this final day of the AIA Singapore Premier League season. What a season we've had. Started all the way back in March. The teams have had to battle various things, including a pandemic, but they put on quite a show as Tampines Rovers look to attack. Abdul Karim does ever so well to clean up things. Moresh, though, has possession of the ball as Geylang come forward. As Andrew for company, turns him well, looking for a teammate. Moresh to Ikram Rifki. Andrew Rao clattering into his back and concedes a free kick. Yep, as I've been trying to tell you, this is, of course, one of 4 games going on. Hougang United and the Young Lions are also in action. 50 minutes played at the Hougang Stadium. Hougang United are trailing 2-0 to Young Lions. And then it's the 60th minute in both those games between Lion City Sailors and Balestier Khalsa. The Sailors leading 2-1 at the moment. And over at Jurong East Stadium, Tanjung Pagar United are trailing 4-1 to Albrechts Niigata. Half an hour for the destiny of the title. In the here and now, though, it's bragging rights that's up for stake between Tampines Rovers and Geylang International. And it's Tampines Rovers with possession of the football. Kyoga Nakamura picks out Yasir Hanapi, looks to play this forward, looks up, opts to play it short to Andrew, who's got Ilhan Noor for company. I do beg your pardon, it's Ashukri Wahid. Once again, Kyoga looking to pull the strings in the middle of the park. He's missing his usual partner in crime, Zahruddin Mehmedovic. Kyoga Nakamura, another one of those who came through playing for Albrechts before joining a local team. Once again, proving the value of having Albrechts Niigata in our league. It's Ikram Rifki who will take us through this throw-in, and he launches it long, looking for a teammate. Only as far as Daniel Bennett, though. Tampines Rovers have done well to gather possession. Ikram Rifki lets that roll out for a goal kick for Zaiful Nizam to take. 34-year-old Zaiful Nizam only recently joined Geylang International. Started the season for Balestier Khalsa before having a quite unfortunate fallout with the management there. Was suspended and then subsequently told to leave the team. He has, though, found a new home at Geylang International. He has signed a multi-year contract, so he for sure will be in the Geylang International team next season. Kyoga has options, and he's played it to Andrew. Andrew plays it short. That centre-back pairing for Tampines Rovers has a combined age of 80. Just a fun fact for you. Baihaki Kaizan, 37, Daniel Bennett, 43. Showing us all that age is but just a number. Continuing to play top-flight football. They did put in a solid performance last time out against Albrechts, despite having a fairly porous season otherwise. Kyoga plays it safe all the way back to Baihaki Kaizan. Kyoga pulling the strings. Taufik Suparno looking to wiggle his way through. Doesn't find success as Geylang International gather possession. Firdaus Kasman to Yuki, to Ikram Rifki, who has space in front of him and looks to bomb forward. Ashukri Wahid, another one of those who's had a bit of a breakthrough season. The idea was there to play his teammate in. Unfortunately, the execution failed Ashukri. Yasir on the ball, one of the senior heads in the Tampines Rovers team. And you can hear the fans in good voice. Kickoff, of course, was delayed by more than an hour, scheduled for 5:30, delayed till 6:50. Well, the good news is we are underway. Andrew plays it short to Iman Hakim. looking for big bad Boris Kapitovic. What a season he's had, the Montenegrin. 16 goals, second only to Tomoyuki Doi. Took half a shot there. Yuki Ichikawa kept him close, kept him at bay. And Ichikawa is being told to leave the field of action just till he recovers from that. As Zaiful Nizam gets us underway, that's a beautiful shot of the Ultras. The Geylang International fans in good spirits. Yes, they've been inconsistent, Geylang, but they've entertained their fans, and their fans fully appreciate that. Buoyed by their recent result as well, 3-0 against Balestier. Saw them keep the first clean sheet of the season. It's been a long time coming for Geylang International. Tried and tried and tried. The Eagles eventually got it at the penultimate game of the season as Moresh lays this off for Ikram Fikri. I do beg your pardon, Ikram Rifki even. A bit of a mouthful, Ikram's name. Firdaus Kazman plays it short to Abdel Kaim. Emireka keeping the Stags in check, pressing from the front. And it's Abdel who will gather possession. Short to Firdaus. To Ikram. Barry Maguire. Tampines Rovers come through Yasir Hanapi, looking for his options. Once again, Amy Reka dropping really deep to gather possession for his team. Andrew. To Iman Hakim. Looking at the Tampines Rovers bench, they don't have a player above 20 years of age on the bench. The oldest player on that bench is Mark Ryan Tan at 19 years of age. That tells the tale for Tampines and their struggles this year. Very thin and young squad. They've struggled to compete on various different competitions. That's a good ball in. Unfortunately, too high for Boris Kapitovic as Ikram will get things underway for Geylang. Yep, he's going to opt for a throw-in. Bottom of picture, Geylang International. Look at that. Fans are off their seat, standing, cheering their players on. A day to tell me there's no love for local football. Barry plays it short to Ikram. Hits it off a Tampines player and will settle for a throw-in. Yasir Hanapi and Ikram Rifki challenging for the ball. Does he get a corner kick? Yes, he does. It is a set-piece opportunity here for the Stags. And it's Yasir Hanapi who will deliver. Only as far as a green shirt, unfortunately, as Amy Reka has 3 for company as he looks to play himself out of trouble. Has done it successfully. Makes a throw-in for Geylang International. Yep, confirmation of the throw as the ball is tossed Ikram's way by Zaiful Nizam. A chance for Tampines to pressure again in the Geylang half. Barry Maguire sends Yasir Hanapi to the deck. And it's a set piece for Yasir to deliver something into the box. He has height to aim for. Boris Kapitovic leading the way in the height category, but there's Daniel Bennett and Baihaki Kaizan as well. Just too high for even the tallest of players. It's been a season to remember, hasn't it? Played under the COVID cloud. Fans were first not allowed into the stadiums and then allowed back in with restrictions. But I must say, since the 1,000 packs have been allowed across the island, really, we've seen plenty of fans show up to watch live football. Ikram and Andrew tussling. Andrew had too much on Ikram, and it's a free kick for Geylang International. There's been a goal at Jurong East, and it's Tanjung Pagar who've pulled one back. It's Fatullah who's grabbed one back, and it's now 4-2. Albrecht's leading 4-2 against Tanjung Pagar United. With the top two teams level on points, it might come down to goal difference. So if you're the Lion City Sailors supporting type of fan, then that's good news. At the moment, the Sailors are leading 2-1. A slender lead nonetheless, heading into the final 20 minutes of those two games. Those two games, of course, had to kick off at the same time, owing to competition regulations. Mateus Moresh will run at the Stags here, looking for Ilhan. Moresh still has it, and that's a crunching challenge from Daniel Bennett. All ball, says the referee Farhad Mohammed. Through the legs, outstandingly done by Iman Hakim, as Tampines Rovers look to conjure something. And in the end, miscommunication between Boris Kapitovic and Kyoga Nakamura sees that chance go begging. Nonetheless, Tampines Rovers have a throw-in here to build from. We did speak about Taufik Suparno's prowess off the bench. Clearly, Yasser Hanapi not happy with that decision, but from where I'm sitting, it did look like he had a lot of Ikram Privki in his hand, and it stopped for a free kick. As I was saying, Taufik Suparno, the man who's made an impact off the bench, he scored the winner the last time these two played in April. It was a 3-2 win for Tampines Rovers. Mehmedovic, Kapitovic, all on the score sheet for the Stags, but it was Taufik Suparno who scored the winner in the 80th minute after Geylang International had scored two by Mateus Moresh. So in April, it went the Stags' way. In August, it went the Eagles' way. Who will come out on tops here in October? Ilhan Noor gets a throw-in for his troubles as Geylang International look to build something. Both keepers haven't yet had to make any save of note. Just approaching the 20th minute mark here at our Tampines Hub. Ikram picks out a Shukri. Andrew, is that a foul? No, says the referee, as Tampines Rovers build. A long ball forward for Andrew to chase. Too much on it, as Zaiful Nizam will gather quite easily. Firdaus Kasman looking for a play on the flank. Unfortunately, not enough power on the pass as it's stemmed out by Irwan Shah. Uh-oh, Yasser looks to be in a bit of pain. Straight away, he knew he'd pull something and he went down immediately. We'll have another look when we can, but he does look to be in a lot of pain by himself as well. Good to see Moresh on the scene, helping him up. Once again, Yasser is one of those players who wears his heart on the sleeve. Did do well to beat the Geylang player, and then straight away was in a bit of pain. Just about 21 minutes played here at our Tampines Hub, and it's goalless between Tampines Rovers and Geylang International. If you're just joining us, yes, it is an Eastern Derby to settle the season for these two teams. Two teams who've had, I dare say, seasons to forget considering their previous achievements, but nonetheless, a chance to end the season on a high. And that's exactly what they will look to do in the minutes ahead. There's been another goal over at the Jurong East Stadium. And it's Tanjong Pagar United who are clawing themselves way back into the game. They've pulled one more back, so it's 4-3 with Albrechts having the slender lead. And mind you, it was Suboy who got all 4 goals for Albrechts Niigata. But as it stands, Tanjong Pagar have put themselves within touching distance, pulling one more back. It's a slender lead. There's the same story at Jalan Besar. It's Lion City Sailors who have a slender lead over Balestier Khalsa. Song Yong and Gabriel Kwak amongst the goals for the Lion City Sailors. As it stands, the Sailors will be painting the town blue, I believe you call it. The Sailors, of course, are now 15 minutes away from possibly clinching their first Singapore Premier League title. And it'll be the first Singaporean team to win the local league since 2014. And by all accounts, we'll have those scores for you by the end of half-time here. And a weekend where there's no league football going on everywhere else, it's a good chance for you to stay on with us for the Singapore Premier League. If you have opted to join us for this game between Geylang International and Tampines Rovers, we do thank you for your company again. Just about halfway through the first half, and it remains goalless between these two eastern neighbours. Bahaki picks out Iman Hakim. Daniel Bennett. Kyoga Nakamura. You can see at the bottom of your picture, Gavin Lee at his technical area, cajoling his players on. Yasir Hanapi, who looked to be in a bit of pain a while ago, looks to have recovered from that. Yuki Ichikawa on the scene, wins a free kick as well. There have been no goalless draws in the last 35 meetings between these two in all competition since, would you believe it, July 2010. 11 years ago was the last time a game between these two finished goalless. I do pray that's not a commentator's curse, and sooner rather than later we have a goal. A loss for Geylang, though, will see them finish in the bottom two for the first time since 2018. That's something Noor Ali alluded to in the pre-match chatter. Aiming for 5th spot. Well, that's dependent on results elsewhere. But as it stands, a win here, and the way it's panning out for Balestier and Tanjong Pagar, that could be within their sights. That would, I guess, account for a fairly successful season. Well, plenty of football left to be played. And as we've seen over the years of following the beautiful game, things can change in a second. That's a good ball over the top, looking for Ikram. Doesn't find him, but Moresh has done well. A snapshot that's blocked by a black shirt in the way, as Yasir Hanapi is sent tumbling by a crunching challenge from Firdaus Kazman. Good to see Yasir, it's good to go. Have another look at the challenge. Oh, no chance he got the ball there. And he knew straight away, apologetic Firdaus Kazman. As Bayaki stands over this free kick. There's been a goal at Jalan Besar Stadium as well. The Lion City Sailors now in cruise control. The Sailors leading 3-1 there. And it does look, with every passing minute, that the title is headed the Sailors' way. Jubilant scenes from the Jalan Besar as we break for water break here at our Tampines Hub. It was Diego who scored for the Lion City Sailors over there. Faris Ramli putting it on a plate for Diego, the multi-million-dollar signing, giving the Sailors breathing space in their hunt for the title as they approach the final 10 minutes. Substitute Diego coming off the bench to give the Sailors a comfortable 3-1 cushion now, heading into what I call squeaky bum time. as the players here break for a water break, which become a part of this league ever since we did have a break for the pandemic. A chance to refresh and recharge, perhaps, for players who haven't played in a week or so, for some, and then longer. Albrechts, of course, that Albrechts game for Tampines Rovers was on 24th September. So there might be a bit of a rustiness heading into this one, and it's been quite clear to see in the opening exchanges of this game. 27 minutes played. Abdil plays it short. Firdaus and Yasir tangling again, and this time the free kick goes Firdaus' way. Yuki Ichikawa all the way back to Zaiful. Bayaki to Amirul Haikal, who's beaten his man. He looks to play a ball in the box. Yasir Hanapi took it well first time, unfortunately lacked the accuracy, as Kapitovic keeps this in play, looking around for his options with Ikram for company. Ikram concedes a throw. Tampines Rovers have a throw-in an attacking position here. They look to conjure something. Kyogo Nakamura, battle of the 8 there, as Nakamura has come off worse in his battle with Barry Maguire. Tampines Rovers do get the free kick to threaten from this set piece. Kyogo teasing to take it quick. Not sure he's going to do just that, as Yasir is walking over to the dead ball. It does look like they're going to play this into the box. There's been another goal at Jalan Besar Stadium. It's Gabriel Quack who's got his second of the day, and it does look increasingly that the Sailors have sealed the deal. As the ball comes in from Yasir, Zaiful Nizam gathers possession. So a 4th goal on the night for the Lion City Sailors, who now lead 4-1 against Balestier Khalsa. It does look like there's no turning back for Gabriel Quack and co, who's got his 2nd goal of the night, and the Sailors 4th as they close in on their first SG Premier League title. Once again, Faris Ramli, the architect. In the here now, though, Geylang International looking to conjure something. Moresh has Bennett for company. Moresh has done well to turn. Barry Maguire to Moresh. Emireka has gathered it outside the Tampines box. Lays it off to Barry Maguire, who has Ilhan No for company. Ilhan No has 2 Premier League goals this season. Scored 2 on his debut, I believe. Boris looking for a black shirt, doesn't find it. It does look like the missing Zerudin Mehmedovic and Armin Bosniak is causing Tampines Rovers problems in terms of fluidity going forward. A very patient approach they're adopting, just trying to keep possession of the football and pick their way through the defense. That was a header that could have ended up anywhere. It's ended up instead out of play. And it's a corner kick for Tampines Rovers, a set-piece opportunity. Yasser Hanapi on set piece duty. As the ball in, as looking for a black shirt. Abdul got in the way, but the danger is not completely cleared yet. As Kyoga Nakamura gathers possession, and Yasser has a chance to put the ball in. Has gone all the way through. Abdul Qaim at the right place at the right time to clear his lines. Yasser's done well. Andrew plays it all the way back. Tampines once again not in a rush. Happy to spring the short passes. There you have it. Genius Sports providing you the stats. One shot apiece for both these teams. No real save of note for both keepers. It's very much been a sparring contest in the opening exchanges. Ilhan No. By Haki. Kyoga. Looking for a teammate, can't find him as Firdaus gathers possession for Geylang. He's done well to pass the ball to Barry Maguire. Looking for the reverse and the run of Amy. Bayhaki was on the scene. It's a real spectacle going on at Jurong East as Tanjong Pagar United have now leveled the scores. It's 4-all. It's raining goals over at Jurong East. And that surely is the title done and dusted. The reigning champions, Albrechts, needed to better the Lion City Sailors result. I'm not sure they've done that, conceding 4 against Tanjong Pagar. Sailors, though, are in cruise control. All hands on deck for the Sailors, who now lead 4-1. Both games are now in their final 3 minutes of regulation time. Does look like we will have a new Singapore Premier League champion in the here and now, though. Tampines Rovers looking to conjure something. Not much comes of it. Andrew insistent he got a corner out of it. No, says the referee, as Geylang International get us underway with the goal kick. There's also been a couple of goals over at Hougang Stadium. The Young Lions now leading 3-1 against Hougang United. Harris Stewart, Shahiran and Zamri amongst the goals for Young Lions. Hougang United's solitary goal back has come in the way of an own goal by Joel Chu. So it's been goals all over the island, except for our Tampines Hub as it stands. Here comes the set piece from Yasser. Barry does well. The shot couldn't find a way past the green shirt. That's a crunching challenge from Andrew, and I believe will the first yellow card of the day. He knew exactly what he was doing, Andrew. Bringing Moresh down as Moresh broke threateningly. That's the first yellow card of the day dished out to Andrew Au. 18-year-old Andrew Au, who's come into the team and made his mark. And today he's made his mark on Moresh with that challenge. Can't argue too much about the yellow card. Does look like Moresh will be okay to continue. Yuki Ichikawa launches it long. Looking for a green shirt. Found it at first. Unfortunately, then it fell the way of a Tampines Rovers player. Ikram Ashukri, who's had a quiet game by his standards. Kyoga Nakamura picks out Yasser. He's done well to get past Barry. Ichikawa on the scene quickly to slide and clear the danger as Amy Reka gathers possession. Kyoga judged to have been too close for comfort. Andrew with the throw in quickly, looking for Kapitovic. Once again, Yuki Ichikawa quick off his line. You can see Gavin telling his teams to just calm things down. And Andrew picks out his captain with the throw. Another corner kick for Tampines Rovers. Yasser Hanapi trudges over to take the set piece. We saw referee Farhan Muhammad have a quick look at his watch. Well, if you're keeping count, there's about 8 minutes left before half-time here at our Tampines Hub. And over at Jalan Besar Stadium, there's about 3 minutes of additional time. As Kyogo Nakamura looks to play a ball in. It was Taufik Suparno who had the chance to give his team the lead. Let's have another look at it. Kyogo Nakamura did well to beat his man and then put an inviting ball in. Unfortunately, Taufik Suparno's header lacked accuracy. And didn't really threaten Zaiful Nizam's goal. Barry Maguire putting his captain in a spot of bother. Yuki Ichikawa has done well to gather possession. Barry and Kyoga, the battle of the eights, is something we'll see all day. Unfortunately, Kyoga there, judged to have given a foul away. Abdil. Baki with the header away. Kyoga then picked out a teammate. As they come again, Tampines Rovers looking to end the half on a high. Unfortunately, Firdaus Kazman on the scene to clear things up. Kyoga once again really putting himself about. Kyoga Nakamura, that's one thing he does week in, week out. Match in, match out. It's no different here. Our Tampines Hub, of course, one of the more scenic venues in Singapore football. You can see at the top of your screen, people are even in the library camped out watching some AIA Singapore Premier League football. Quickly taken by Tampines Rovers as they build again. Kapitovic. Kyoga spraying it wide. Taufik. Iman Hakim, 19 years of age, Iman Hakim. Another player who's benefited from the under-23 ruling. That's neatly done by Tampines Rovers as they build. Yasser Hanapi has the chance to put the ball in. Kapitovic's touch evaded him, but it's Andrew who's kept it alive for Tampines. Iman to Andrew. Crunching challenge, but got the ball, says the referee. Iman Hakim will play this ball in. Yuki Ichikawa on the scene to snuff out the danger. A real tussle between both these teams. Ikram, Rifki. And I can confirm it is full time at the Jalan Besar Stadium. And it's the Lion City Sailors who have been crowned Singapore Premier League champions. The first title of the Sailors era. The first local team since 2014 to win it. There's jubilant scenes all round at the Jalan Besar Stadium, which of course means there's heartache at the Jurong East Stadium, as Albrechts Niigata have surrendered their title. And here now though, it's Ilhan Noor, cheekily tripped by Amirul Haikal, who's the second Sailors player to go into the book. There you go, have another look at the foul. He knew exactly what he was doing as Ilhan Noor, a man known for his pace, was breaking through. And he picked up a yellow card for his troubles. The second Tampines player to go into the book. Confirmation then of the 2 games that did kick off as scheduled. It has finished a 4-1 to the Lion City Sailors at Jalan Besar. And 4-piece between Tanjung Pagar United and Albrechts Niigata, which of course means the Lion City Sailors have clinched the title. The celebrations will go long into the night at Jalan Besar. In the here now though, Geylang International have a chance with the set piece. Unfortunately not the best delivery, doesn't clear the first man. Moresh, Emireka with the snapshot. Stung there, palms of Shazwan Buhari, who needed more than one opportunity to gather possession. He does eventually. Bahaki. Looking for a teammate, can't find him as Geylang International gather possession. It's been fairly aimless in terms of attack for both these teams. Plenty was said about bragging rights in this Eastern Derby. Both teams haven't really followed through on that promise. There's still a half of football to be played. It does look like there'll be 1 minute of added time as the first half draws to a close. And if I'm being completely honest, the first half to forget here. We do hope it picks up in the second 45 between Tampines Rovers and Geylang International. Tampines Rovers, of course, played a big part in where the title went. Succumbed to a 6-1 loss to the Lion City Sailors that gave the Sailors such a comfortable goal difference, and then went on to get that miraculous 0-0 draw against Albrechts that put the Sailors in the driving seat. And the Sailors have delivered on that promise to seal the deal and clinch their first Singapore Premier League title. That's a bad challenge by Ilhan Noor, I believe. It is Ilhan Noor. It is a free kick as the first half draws to a close. One final set-piece opportunity for Tampines Rovers. Confirmation of the 1 minute of stoppage time as the first half draws to a close here at our Tampines Hub. Let's have a look at the foul. It was Amirul Haikal on the receiving end of that crunching challenge by Ilhan Noor. As Yasir looks to deliver an accurate set piece. Moresh with the header away. Shukri Wahid completes the clearance. Emireka though has lost possession. Has given Tampines another chance to come as Yasir Hanapi to Bayhaki. Kyoga Nakamura. Is that a penalty? No, says the referee. In fact, that is half-time here at our Tampines Hub. A half that hasn't shown much in the way of quality. It's been more of a sparring contest between Tampines Rovers and Geylang International. In your picture there, Andrew Au, a player who got yellow carded in the first half, as did Amirul Haikal. 2 Tampines Rovers players in the books. That's about as far as the action went. It is a 0-0 at half-time. We will have half-time highlights for you, followed by the second half, so do stick around for that. In the meantime, though, we'll see you soon. A very warm welcome back to our Tampines Hub. It is half-time between Tampines Rovers and Geylang International. And as it stands, it remains goalless between both these eastern neighbours. It is a delayed kickoff that was delayed by more than an hour. Nonetheless, the fans showed up, and we're glad for your company online as well. Let's have a look at how the first half panned out. It was a first half that was lacking in pure quality, but Yasir Hanapi there with the first-time effort that went slightly wide. Did well to connect with it first time, lacked the accuracy though. It was mostly Tampines with the half chances. This one, Taufik Suparno with an effort for Amirul Haikal that was eventually cleared. Then a quite cynical challenge from Andrew Au saw him go into the book on Moresh. Thankfully, Moresh was good to continue despite that crunching challenge. It was another set-piece opportunity. Kyogo Nakamura did well to put this ball in, looking for a black shirt. He found Taufik Suparno, who put his header just wide. Taufik Suparno, a man who scored 5 goals this season, including the winner against tonight's opponents. Was another half chance. Amy Rekha with a first-time effort, stinging the palms of Shazwan Buhari. Unfortunately, that was as far as the highlights go for the first half. It was a KG affair, more of a sparring contest between both these teams. Let's have a look at the halftime stats, provided, of course, by Genius Sports. There you have it. 4 shots for Tampines, 2 shots for Geylang International. As you can see, the shot on target count, that tells the tale of how this contest can only get better in the second half. 2 yellow cards, Amirul Haikal and Andrew Au in the book for Tampines Rovers. I do expect a couple of changes for both these teams at halftime, well, more so for Geylang International. And there you have it, halftime results. Some of those are full-time scores. The Lion City Sailors are the Singapore Premier League champions. The Sailors had to get the job done against Balestier Khalsa, and they did. Gable Quack with the double there, including goals from Diego and Song Yong getting the job done. And as you can see, Albrecht Nigata, who once led 4-1 against Tanjong Pagar United, capitulating to only secure a 4-all draw. And the reigning champions' hold on the crown has gone, and it's the Sailors who are the champions of the league. And as you can see right at the bottom, the Young Lions with a comfortable 3-1 victory over Hougang United. An important result for the Young Lions heading into the under-23 competition. And this is, of course, the only game that was delayed to the maximum, kicked off at 6:50. And therefore, we've got the second half coming for you. We do hope you stay with us for that one. We'll see you very soon. Welcome back to our Tampines Hub. We are awaiting the second half between Tampines Rovers and Geylang International. It is goalless after a first half to forget, really, for both these teams. But we do expect firepower from the bench to change things around in terms of action. If you're just joining us, thank you for your company this Sunday evening. We do have new Premier League champions. The Lion City Sailors have clinched the title over at Jalan Besar Stadium. So there are scenes of jubilation going on at Jalan Besar in the here and now, though. It's bragging rights up for stake between Geylang International and Tampines Rovers in the Eastern Derby. And I will have you up to date, up to speed with the substitutions as they happen. I did catch a sneak peek of Christopher Van Huysen at the bottom of my picture. I will have confirmation of the change as soon as I can. As you can see, Tampines Rovers with their halftime huddle ahead of their final 45 minutes of the 2021 season. There you have it at the bottom of your picture. It does look like Christopher Van Huysen and Danny Kim are set to come on. It does look like Shukri Wahid has made way for Christopher Van Huysen, a man who's made a big impact. Could be playing his final 45 minutes in Singapore Premier League football. We do hope, for the sake of Singaporean footballers all across the island, he does stick around. Nonetheless, it is a decision he will have to consider at the end of the season. We also have Danny Kim coming on. And Danny Kim has come on for Azri Suhail. So it is a change in the middle of the park. Azri Suhaili has come on for Danny Kim. And Christopher Van Huysen has come on for Shukri Wahid. 45 minutes left to be played before we call the curtains, draw the curtains on the 2021 Singapore Premier League season. Mateus Moresh at the bottom of your picture in his bleach blonde hair will be looking to make an impact just like his hairstyle does, as Kyoga Nakamura and Boris Kapitovic stand over the ball ahead of half-time. Yep, confirmation of the double change for Geylang International. No changes for Tampines Rovers as it stands. Well, we did have a look at their bench early on, and there wasn't much in the way of experience, I dare say. 19-year-old Mark Ryan Tan, the oldest player on the Tampines Rovers bench. And as I mentioned, the first half was really 45 minutes to forget here at our Tampines Hub. We do hope the substitutions have the desired impact for Geylang International as well as on the quality of the game. As Andrew looks to beat Christopher. Has got a throw in Geylang's way. Judged to have fouled Irwan Shah there. Battle of the number 17s, Firdaus Kasman and Irwan Shah. As Yasir Hanapi quickly comes over, missed the set piece today in the absence of Armin Bosniak and Zehrudin Mehmedovic. Despite the quality of the game, the fans are in good voice, hopeful of a goal to really spark this game into life, really, as Moresh once again brought to the deck by Kyoga Nakamura. Avoids a booking by the look of things. Kyoga Nakamura, always a man who's very busy in the middle of the park. Yuki Ichikawa to Abdul Kaim. Abdul Kaim, of course, started the season as a sailor struggling for playtime, then switched to Geylang International on loan. He will officially go back to his parent club, but considering the new manager there and the plans the Sailors might have, it'll be interesting to see how Abdul's career pans out here on 4th. Ikram Rifki launches it long. Barry Maguire can't stretch to reach it as the Stags clear their lines. Yuki Ichikawa once again beating Yasser to the ball. Danny Kim putting himself about as Geylang International have a chance here. Firdaus lays it off to Amy. On a plate for Moresh. That was a chance for Geylang International. Unfortunately for Moresh, he's blazed his shot over the bar. Mateus Moresh, usually so clinical in front of goal. Not this time though. A well-worked move. Firdaus Kazman laying it off to Amy Reka, who then put it in such an enticing position for Moresh to capitalize. Unfortunately, Moresh couldn't apply the finish. Abdul. Already Geylang showing plenty of intent, especially with their changes. Amy to Ilhan. Barry Maguire. Moresh, who most definitely will be looking to make amends for his miss. The Brazilian has really got us off our seats, hasn't he? Danny Kim. Moresh has done well to turn. Once again, that is Mateus Moresh at his very best. Bayaki's not giving him an inch. Has given him a lot of space if a green shirt can touch it. Unfortunately, was begging to be touched in the box. No one was there. Ilhan No to Barry Maguire. Has returned the pass to his teammate. Taufik Suparno was on hand to usher the ball out for a corner kick. That's an interesting ball in. Unfortunately for Geylang, Tampines clear their lines. Christopher Van Huysen delivers a ball in. Shazwan did well to come off his line and then gather the ball. And already Geylang showing plenty of intent, much more than they did in the first half, with the double change having the desired impact. Danny Kim and Christopher Van Huysen coming on for Ashukri Wahid and Azri Suhaili. Kapitovic, who only needs half a chance. Yasser for Taufik. Taufik's put that ball in. Abdul got in the way of the cross. Once again, Abdul standing his ground. Christopher Van Huysen. Yasser has Danny Kim for company. Hard to miss Danny with that bleached blonde hair. Taufik done well to beat his man. Has space. Zaiful Nizam gathers quite comfortably. Amy Reka looking for a teammate. Kyoga did it ever so well. I do beg your pardon, that was Iman Hakim who did ever so well. Andrew to Kyoga. Kyoga and Yasser exchanging passes. Once again, Danny Kim brought to the deck by Yasser, and it's a Geylang International free kick. You can see the rain is still pouring, but thankfully we haven't had any stoppage of play since we kicked off belatedly at 6:50 p.m. here at our Tampines Hub here in Singapore. The rain delays are quintessentially part of the Singapore football experience, isn't it? And we've had one that has meant this game will go well beyond the rest of the scheduled fixtures. If you're just joining us, it's about 54 minutes played here at our Tampines Hub between Geylang International and Tampines Rovers, and it remains goalless. Firdaus Kasman in possession of the ball. Now over to Danny Kim. Yuki Ichikawa. Bayaki. Only as far as the green shirt as Geylang come again. Christopher, can he keep it in play? Yes, unfortunately not. Christopher Van Huysen finishing the season very strongly, has contributed 1 goal and 5 assists. Plenty of those have been off the bench. Impact player, you can say. You can see some of the Geylang International fans still standing up, cajoling their team on. Bayaki. Taufik had 3 for company. Bayaki's done well to find Yasser Hanapi. Yasser and Danny Kim, that's a battle to look out for throughout this second half. And this time it's Danny Kim who put in a crunching but fair challenge, says the referee. Yasser to Amirul Haikal. Once again, it's that Danny Kim, Yasser Hanapi battle that's really brewing. This time, Tampines Rovers get a free kick. Boris Kapitovic plays it short to Iman Hakim. Iman has Taufik. Taufik has played himself into the corner, and he's earned a corner kick. What in your picture there, Tampines Rovers fans. This is, of course, their home stadium. Look at that, flags and the works to cheer their team on. It's what's been a testing season for the Stags. Had to take their eye off the ball in the Singapore Premier League to go compete in the AFC Champions League. Since returning from the continental competition, the Stags have struggled. 8 games played, 5 losses, 2 draws, 1 win in those 8 games. Let's have a look at the chance here. Boris Kapitovic almost got a crucial touch in the middle of the box. Unfortunately for the Montenegrin, he could not add to his 16-goal tally this season. Abdil to Ilhan Noor. Poor pass from Ilhan, that's gone out of play. As I mentioned, Tampines Rovers have struggled, especially so in the second half of this season. 8 games played since the season resumed. in July. They've only won 1 game in 8, 2 draws, and then 5 losses. Conceded a whopping 22 goals in those 8 games, scoring just 10. As for Geylang International, apparently they don't do draws in 9 games in the second half of this year. They've won 4 and lost 5. One of those, of course, was a last gasp defeat to the Young Lions. I was in commentary for that one. That was an exciting affair. The Young Lions stole right at the death to break Geylang hearts. One man who's tried to mend the hearts of the Eagles is this man, Mateus Moraes. What a player. Just 23 years of age, the Brazilian has really excited fans, not just Geylang fans, Singapore football fans in general, contributing 11 goals and 4 assists this year. Speaking to Noali in the pre-match, he did say he would love to get another clean sheet, having got his team's first clean sheet of the season last time out. It's been difficult defensively for Geylang International, conceding a league-high 51 goals. Porous defense that he looked to address with the signing of Afiq Yunus and Abdul Kaim in the mid-season break. Whether they've had the desired impact, I'll leave you to decide. But as I alluded to, their form since the season has resumed in those 9 games has been Jekyll or Hyde, either winning or losing, nothing in between. Here come Tampines as Boris Kapitovic looked to take it first time after being set up by Kyoga Nakamura. Not troubling Zaiful Nizam very much. Zaiful Nizam, another unfortunate omission from the provisional AFF Suzuki Cup team announced by Tatsuma Yoshida not too long ago. At 34 years of age, he was one of the backup goalkeepers for the national team. Unfortunately missed out on a call-up this time, owing to the change in club, I must say, and maybe just settling into the new home that is Geylang International after spending such a long time at Balstick Khalsa. Amy Reka has something to chase here. Shazwan Buhari was alert to it, quickly off his line. You do wonder if the delay in kickoff has had a part to play in the mentality of these players. The season, of course, was scheduled to end on the October the 2nd. It got postponed to October 10th, possibly owing to the pandemic and a couple of teams struggling. And then there was a further delay to kick off because of the rain today, and hasn't really ignited this contest just yet. That's a chance, and that's hit the post. Taufik Suparno could have had his 6th goal of the season. The woodwork came to Geylang International's rescue. And you can see the frustration for Taufik. Let's have another look at the chance. Neatly worked by Tampines Rovers down the left. It was Irwan Shah who put it in an interesting position. Taufik Suparno did well to take the shot. The woodwork came to Geylang's rescue and got in the way of Tampines Rovers, giving us the opening goal of the night at our Tampines Hub. And we've already seen 2 good chances for either team as we approach the 62nd minute here at our Tampines Hub. I do smell a goal coming very soon. I did say the last time this game finished goalless, well, you got to roll the clocks all the way back to July 2010. There's 35 games in between for both these teams that hasn't finished goalless. Abdul Kaim becomes the first Geylang International player to get in the book. I'm not sure if that was for the actual foul or for making a nuisance of himself to the referee. Abdul Kaim. Let's have a look. He did send Irwan Shah to the deck and then tussled with Yasser as Yasser wanted to take it quickly. So it does look like it's 50-50 really. He got a yellow card for both the foul, as well as possibly making a nuisance of himself. Confirmation of the yellow card, number 27, Abdel Kaim, 32-year-old, who of course is on loan from Lion City Sailors. Boris Kapitovic stands over this free kick, as does Kyoga Nakamura. Here comes Boris. Got it on target, lacked the power though to beat the keeper. Straight at him, Zaiful Nizam gathered and then launches it long, quickly. Unfortunately, just too much for Moresh to take into control. Vidu. Danny Kim has picked up Moresh with his pass. Moresh will run it. Bayaki has beat him, but can't get past Amirul Haikal. Oh, that's a Woodwork again denying a sure goal. And once again, the Woodwork denying us the first goal of the night. Amy Reka thought he had broken the deadlock. I did say this contest was simmering, and it's Mateus Moresh through industry who picked out Amy Reka, who then thought he scored. And the second shot was wide from Geylang International. Shazwan Buhari did get a touch, I think, and that's why it's gone out for Geylang International corner kick. Here comes the ball in from Amy Reka, all the way to Barry Maguire. Daniel Bennett throwing himself in the way of the shot. Christopher Van Huysen will stand over this set piece for Geylang International. We've seen both teams now hit the woodwork as they desperately search for the opening goal of this contest. Not going to come through that corner kick as Tampines Rovers clear their lines. And Kyoga has unleashed Boris. Ikram Rifki came sliding in. Did he get the ball? He insists he got the ball. Farhad Mohammed just taking a moment to calm things down. Farhad was fairly certain that it was a foul, but I think the referee is just going to go over to his fourth official, Clarence Liao, to have a word. And you can see Mustafik Farudin making his thoughts known about how it looked to him. It does look like the referee will instead offer a drop ball. A drop ball for both teams. So Ikram Rifki is off the hook. No foul, says the referee, as Farhad Mohammed drops the ball and gets us underway here. Tampines Rovers keep possession of the ball. Yasir has flicked it on to Kapitovic, who's turned Abdil. This left-legged shot was wayward in the end. But again, this contest is coming to life, isn't it? It's taken about 60 minutes. But both teams showing much more promise in the second half. Whether that's down to dusting cobwebs off or more fatigue issue for the respective opponents. We're yet to see a breakthrough here at the AIA Tampines Hub. Both teams have hit the woodwork. Taufik Soprano coming close for Tampines, and Amy Reka being denied by the woodwork for Geylang International. Fans are in good voice, hoping to cajole their team into life, into action. Kyoga Nakamura has found Kapitovic, who turns. Danny Kim on the scene to knock the ball away. Tampines still have possession of the ball as they attack. Taufik Soprano plays that in. It looked like Yasir might get on end of it until Yuki Ichikawa got his head in the way. Geylang looking to play themselves out of danger as Moresh runs with the ball and switches the play, looking for a teammate. Will Amy get to it? Unfortunately, ran out of space on the pitch and has gone out for a goal kick. If you're just joining us, we do thank you for your company in what's been a fairly rainy evening here in Singapore. The Lion City Sailors have clinched the Singapore Premier League title. That game, of course, kicked off earlier owing to bad weather in this part of town. Tampines, of course, thundery showers over our Tampines Hub meant we kicked off an hour and a half after the scheduled kickoff. And so far, this contest has yet to spark to life. Of the 4 games that were meant to be played out today, 3 have been completed. The Young Lions with a surprise, I dare say, victory against Hougang United at the Hougang Stadium. 3-1 victors there, the Young Lions. And then, of course, the Lion City Sailors clinching the Premier League crown with a 4-1 victory over Balestier Khalsa. That, of course, meant the reigning, well, prior to today, the reigning champions Albrechts Niigata surrendered their crown, and my how. They led 4-1 at one point against Tanjong Pagar United before settling for a 4-all draw against the Jaguars. So goals galore at Jurong East, as well as most of the other grounds in the here and now, though. It's the water break in the second half. And at the bottom of your picture, you can see a bit of arches between Abdil, who's more often than not got himself into trouble. It is a Eastern derby, so it's no surprise that things are reaching a bit of a temperature here as Mustafik Farudin comes on the scene. The team manager, of course, officially the team manager. Come on Eagles, chant the Ultras, as things are being just calmed down between the match officials as well as the respective team officials ahead of what should be a tasty 20 final minutes. We've seen both teams hit the woodwork twice. Taufik Suparno denied for Tampines Rovers by the crossbar, much to the disappointment of those men clad in yellow and black. Rain or shine, they've been here for their team. Massive kudos to the Stags supporters. And then for the Geylang International, they saw Amy Reka denied by the frame of the goal. And so we still await the first goal of the night. 2 players who've been tussling, Abdul Kaim and Yasir Hanapi. Abdul already on a yellow, has to thread carefully as we approach the dying embers of this game. Tampines Rovers get us started after the final water break of the day by this throw-in. Yasir hit the deck after being touched by Amy Reka. Kyoga Nakamura will play this ball in. Instead, no, he's gone for the option on the flank. It's Taufik Suparno who's beaten his men very well. Beaten too. Taufik Suparno has the chance. An outstanding save from Zaiful Nizam. Sharp, sharp reflexes from Zaiful after a sloming run from Taufik Suparno. Did ever so well. He's looked the brightest, hasn't he, for Tampines Rovers? As we have a look at the latest chance. Left a heap of players on the deck, then pulled the trigger. Zaiful Nizam did well to cover his near post and deny Taufik what would have been a 6th goal of the season. The danger's not over yet, though, as it does look like there's a bit of an injury concern. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like it's Christopher Van Huysen who's in a lot of pain. Half-time substitute clutching his left knee there. Will he be okay to continue? We are not too sure. He does look to be grimacing a lot. We've spoken about Christopher Van Huysen possibly retiring or calling it quits at the end of the season. This would be an unfortunate way to go out. Will he be okay to continue as it stands? Farhad Muhammad double checking. It does look like he will try to run it off. Christopher Van Huysen, number 22. Played it short, and this is a chance, and that's a goal. That's the opening goal the crowd has been craving. As that man who's threatened time after time, Taufik Subarno, has broken the deadlock here at our Tampines Hub. And in the end, it was the set piece that was the undoing of Geylang International. Scenes of jubilation for the home team as they draw first blood in the Eastern Derby. Taufik Subarno with a header. Amirul Haikal with the ball in. Taufik Subarno rose highest to slam the ball in. Let's have another look. The ball came in. No question mark this time. Taufik Subarno with his 6th goal of the season to give Tampines Rovers the lead. We do have a breakthrough here at our Tampines Hub. It's taken 73 minutes to come. And in the end, it's Taufik Subarno who's looked threatening in the second half. Once denied by the post, then denied by the goalkeeper. But at the third time of asking, Taufik delivered. And Tampines have the lead. There is no clean sheet yet again for Geylang International, who've now conceded 52 goals this season. And with the clock running down, as we quickly approach the final 15 minutes, Tampines Rovers have a chance to finish the season on a high. Confirmation of the goal scorer, number 13, Taufik Subarno, with his 6th goal of the season. Sometimes you need one goal to really open this contest up. Will we see more in the way of goalmouth action? Time will tell. Tampines, though, have something to hold on to. As they come again, surely Danny Kim had grabbed hold of Irwan Shah, and rightfully it's been given as a free kick. It is a substitution for Geylang International, the 3rd substitution of the day, and it is an attacking change. It's number 17, Firdaus Kazman, who's coming off for number 19, Faris Farhan. So it's a midfielder off for a striker. Clearly the intention for Noor Ali and his team is to find a way back into this contest. Faris Farhan, who hasn't done much in the way of goals or assists this year. Bit of a journeyman in terms of finding his feet in top-flight Singapore football. Yasir Hanapi looks like he won't be fit to continue. You can see the medic there confirming that a change needs to be made as the stretcher boys are out. Will he need the stretcher? Yep, it does look like he will go onto the stretcher and be carried off. Unfortunate to see Yasir Hanapi, another one of those players who's had a bit of a stop-start season, the Stags skipper. We do wish him a speedy recovery, and we hope it's nothing too serious. It does look like Gavin Lee will have to be forced into a change as his skipper trudges off. And it does look like Amir Mirza, 18-year-old Amir Mirza, is set to come on. We saw him come on late on last time out against Albrecht Niigata. Does have a bit longer to play today, Amir Mirza. Big shoes to fill when you fill your skipper's shoes. That's exactly what Amir Mirza has to do over the course of this game, which is now approaching the final 10 minutes. And did look for a minute there. Amir Mirza was clean through. Unfortunately, Barry Maguire was on the scene to snuff out the danger. Danny Kim's done well to ease the pressure on his team. Emireka gives Moresh something to chase, and does look like Moresh might eventually get to it. Well, for a minute it did. as Shazwan scored in two minds whether he should come out for the ball or not. In the end, he was grateful to gather possession of the ball. Kyoga Nakamura. By Haki Kaizan. Danny Kim sliding and getting possession of the ball and then sent to the deck by Kyoga Nakamura, who I must say is threading a fine line. It does look like there will be a second change quite soon after the first. It's Irwan Shah who's going to come off for Mark Ryan Tan.
Player number 17, Irwan Shah, replaced by player number 14, Mark Ryan Tan.
Mark Ryan Tan has got 3 goals to his name this season. He's looked bright, the 19-year-old, and he's been rewarded with a call-up to the under-23 selection for the AFC qualifiers under Philip O, of course. He's looked sharp, the man nicknamed MRT. He does resemble a train when he's coming at you full pelt, doesn't he? And at the moment, Geylang International are trying to force the issue in the search of an equalizer for themselves. And it's Christopher Van Huysen who stands over this corner kick. Christopher takes it quickly to Barry Maguire. Looking for a green shirt. Daniel Bennett did well to rise high and clear the ball. Offside, says the ref. Maresh adjudged to have been offside. Haki. Oh, careful by Haki. Almost got himself into trouble there. Oh, Kyoga Nakamura does ever so well. Then he's launched it forward. Taufik, who has options left and right. He's gone for the right. Return to Kyoga, who didn't realize that Christopher was that close. There's Geylang who regathered the ball. Danny Kim. Moresh has done well to beat by Haki. And did hit a black shirt on the way out, and will they deny a corner? Excellently done. What a shift Amirul Haikal has put in. Set up the goal today, Amirul Haikal. Got a yellow card in the first half. All action displayed, really. And it's the third change for Geylang International. I do beg your pardon, for Tampines Rovers. Andrew Au will make way for Ryan Sanizal. Andrew Au, who's earned some massive plaudits for what he's done in recent weeks, makes way for Ryan Sanizal, another up-and-coming player in the pipeline. Not just for Tampines, but for Singapore as well. Looking for a green shirt, can't find it. Barry Maguire. Faris Farhan with a loose pass, a surrendered possession for his team. Won't do his team any favors playing like that. Yuki Ichikawa. Christopher Van Huysen. Abdil. Lays it off to Danny Kim, who's then picked out Ikram Rifki. Wide, Christopher Van Huysen up against Mark Ryan Tan. That's a ball in. That's cleared eventually. As Geylang look to peg themselves level. Moresh. Has he got a corner kick? No, he hasn't. It's a goal kick. And Moresh making his intentions or his thoughts known to the linesman. We're approaching the final 10 minutes here at our Tampines Hub, and it's Tampines Rovers who have a slender 1-0 lead, courtesy of Taufik Suparno. Taufik Suparno was the match winner back in April when these two teams played out a 3-2 contest. And he has the chance again to be the match winner here, having scored the only goal of the match thus far. That's Geylang International playing themselves into a spot of bother. Saved by the flag, really. Yuki Ishikawa. Ilhan. Abdil. Plays it short to Danny Kim. He looks to his captain, Yuki Ichikawa. Launches it long. Daniel Bennett, the man in possession of the armband at the moment, after Yasir Hanapi had to leave the field of play because of an injury. Daniel Bennett at 43 years of age. What a stalwart he's been, not just for the Stags, but for Singapore football. Tremendous, really, to think at 43, still going strong, still putting in the shift that he does, Daniel Bennett. Scored, of course, the only goal of Tampines' ill-fated AFC Champions League campaign. Previously played in that competition for the Warriors all those years ago. Barry Maguire with a snapshot there that went just wide. It is true that Tampines had quite a drastic fall from grace after returning from continental competition. The point to note here is that they did have a threadbare squad. Well, tells the tale, really. Their bench today not having a player above 20 years of age. It really tells you what Gavin was left to deal with. And you do think the team would have learnt a lot, especially such a young team, would have learnt plenty from their continental competition. They will look to come back stronger next season, especially with the Lion City Sailors now clinching the title, becoming the first Singaporean team to do so since 2014. As Boris Kapitovic has done really well here to leave Abdil for dead, looking to beat Ichikawa. Kapitovic did well to calm things down and then look for the correct pass. That means Tampines Rovers have kept this attack alive. In the end, he ran out of options. As Tampines safely play the ball back. I do beg your pardon if I did say Harry Maguire a short time ago. I did mean Barry Maguire. You can see it's just one alphabet that caused the confusion. As Geylang International come through Morash. And he's done ever so well, and he's denied by the woodwork again. Morash thought he had equalized for Geylang International. Unfortunately, Morash denied by the upright this time, and again Tampines Rovers have been saved by the frame of the goal. Amy Reka, though, has space, couldn't clear his shots in time. Morash there really unlucky not to draw his team level as we approach the final 5 minutes. Once again, Faris Farhan with a poor touch. That's 2 now since coming on, as Boris Kapitovic does that so well. The man who scored 16 goals, it's his hold-up play has been a crucial part of Tampines Rovers' season. Iman Hakim showing plenty of promise. Not so much his teammate with the ball forward. As Zaiful Nizam will get us underway with a goal kick. Plays it short to Yuki Chikawa, who will build from the back. Does look like there's a player who is in pain on the pitch. It is Iman Hakim who's hit the deck. A bit of game management, a bit of injury, a bit of both perhaps. I'll leave you to decide which is which. Let's have a look at how close Geylang International came to leveling the scores. It was Morash once again with a waltzing run, and then he took the effort. So unlucky that it came off the frame of the goal. For a minute there, Morash thought he had drawn his team level. Unfortunately, wasn't the case, as Iman Hakim trudges off for some treatment. Should be good to continue, I believe. Has to, of course, abide by the regulations and step off the field of play. Barry Maguire pings it across for Christopher Van Huysen. Ikram Rifki, who's had a quiet second half after a bit of a busy first half. Morash has done well. Farid Farhan lays it off to Christopher. Looks for a teammate. And the referee's pointed to the spot here. It does look like there was a handball on Christopher's cross into the box. Ryan Sanizal, the man who's adjudged to have given away the penalty. And this is a chance for Geylang International to draw themselves level. Ryan Sanizal looked to have his arms fairly close to him, but adjudged to have changed the direction of the ball. Bit of confusion over who's taking this penalty. Amy Reka has the ball. Mateus Morash is standing over it. It does look like there's been orders from the bench that it will be Amy Reka who steps up. You can understand Morash's frustration. This could possibly be his final outing in the Singapore Premier League. Having just hit the post, he wanted to cap it off with a goal. Unfortunately, it's Amy Reka. Unfortunately for him, it's Amy Reka who has the opportunity to do that for Geylang International. As he stands on the spot, Amy Reka, who's got 11 goals to his name this season. Can he save his team a point by converting his spot kick? "90 minutes played here at our Tampines Hub. Tampines Rovers leading 1-0. And Geylang International have the chance to level the scores from this spot kick. Amy Reka! Amy Reka scores! Goal number 12 of the season for Amy Reka. What a season this boy is having. Runs over to the bench to celebrate with his coach. Cool, calm, composed. And he's drawn his team level, Amy Reka. And amidst all that, we've received confirmation that there will be 4 minutes of stoppage time. 4 minutes for one final sting in the tail. It's taken a while to simmer this contest, but the second half has offered much more than the first half did. And it's Amy Reka who's leveled things up for Geylang International right at the death and possibly rescued a point for his side. Barry Maguire, adjudged to have been fouled by Iman Hakim. It does look like Barry Maguire got a yellow card amidst all of that. Oh, I do beg your pardon, it's Abdul Kaim who's gotten a second yellow and a red card. Abdul Kaim once again getting himself into all sorts of trouble. And at the moment, Farhad Muhammad has plenty to deal with. You can see here Tensions are high at our Tampines Hub as there's some confusion over this decision. Abdul Qayyum still hasn't gone off the pitch. Ilhan Noor playing elder statesman, telling Abdul to go off the bench, onto the bench. Abdul Qayyum with a second yellow, and a sarcastic clap there to the away fans as Farhat Muhammad has plenty to deal with at the moment, as he just consults his fourth official for confirmation of how it panned out. Abdul Qayyum in disbelief of receiving that second yellow card. There's no Stockley Park, there's no VAR in the Singapore Premier League, but there is a fourth official on the other end of Farhat Muhammad's here. It does look like he will dish out another yellow card as well to a Tampines Rovers player. It does look like Iman Hakim will get a yellow card as well. So unfortunate ending to Abdul Qayyum's season. The Geylang international player has received his marching orders as Geylang will see this game out with 10 men. There will be additional time, 2 additional time, I'm sure, after that incident. So if you stayed on with us, you've really been rewarded with some late drama by the way of a late penalty as well as a late red card. As Yuki Ichikawa launches this long, can Amy keep it in play? He did get a touch, but he can't find a teammate. Boris Kapitovic has Taufik. Unfortunately, Boris picked the wrong option, and Barry Maguire was on the scene to clear things up. All the way back, Boris Kapitovic to Shazwan Buhari. Kyoga, only as far as Barry. By Haki. Iman Hakim's done well to turn Danny Kim as Iman Hakim breaks forward, looking for Taufik. Ilhan Noor and Taufik ran out of space, and it's a goal kick to Geylang International. We've played the allocated 4 minutes of additional time. But by the way of that incident in stoppage time, there might be a few minutes added on. Ikram Rifki. Poor pass by Christopher. His ball goes out of play. Mark Ryan Tan will chase this, and he's kept it in play. No, says the linesman. Ball did cross the line, as Geylang International will get us back underway with a throw-in. Faris Farhan unleashes Mateus Moresh. Oh, that's time to perfection from Bayhaki. Using all his experience, Bayhaki Kaizan, to deny Moresh any more than he got. Moresh. Ryan Sanizal concedes a corner. Will there be time to take? No, it's full time here at our Tampines Hub. The man in the middle, Farhat Muhammad, has blown the whistle, and he's been very much in the storyline as it's finished 1 apiece here at our Tampines Hub. Nothing between both the sides in the end. 2 goals in the second half. Taufik Suparno gave Tampines the lead before Amy Rekha scored from the spot right at the death to rescue a point for the Eagles, who did have Abdul Qayyum sent off right at the death and finish the game with 10 men. It's been a long season for both these teams, and in the end, they do share the bragging rights. There's no clear winner at the end of 90 tumultuous minutes here at our Tampines Hub. It has finished 1-1 between Tampines Rovers and Geylang International. Okay, let's have a look at how things panned out. I did mention it was a first half to forget. The match really came to life in the second half. This was Moresh who had a chance to break the deadlock. Skied his effort. close to the 6-yard box after being put through by Amy Reka. Knew he had to do better, the Brazilian. Tampines had their chances as well. Bayhaki with the ball in, looking for Boris. Couldn't find the head of his teammate. And that cross went out in the end. Taufik Suparno was a man who looked the most likely to score, and he came close with this effort. Denied by the frame of the goal. Taufik Suparno frustrated by the woodwork. Have a look at this. Played through by Irwan Shah. Did well to take it first time. Denied by the woodwork. Moresh was lively as he always is. And this one he set up for Amy Reka after some smart work. And again, it was the woodwork who would have a say in the contest. Amy Reka there denied by the frame of the goal. And at this point, it was 0-0 between both the teams. Amy Reka coming so close to find a breakthrough. There would be a breakthrough. Not just yet though. Taufik Suparno once again waltzing his way through before drawing a sharp save from Zaiful Nizam. How about that for footwork from Taufik? And then the stinging effort that was saved by Zaiful. The goal would eventually come from the resulting corner. It was that man, Taufik Suparno, who rose highest to head home the ball. His 6th goal of the season. Amirul Haikal with the ball in. Taufik Suparno with the header. And it was Tampines Rovers who took the lead midway through the first half. A 6th goal of the season for Taufik Suparno. And just when Tampines thought they could see the result out, Ryan Sanizal conceded a penalty for a handball. And Amy Reka did the rest from the spot. A cool, composed finish for Amy Reka to steal a point for Geylang International. Here's the full-time stats. A contest that really came to life in the second half. Confirmation of the shots on target. Tampines edging it 4-2. And then at the bottom of your picture, a red card there. Abdel Kaim receiving his marching orders right at the death as Geylang International hang on with 10 men to rescue a point to end the season with a 1-1 draw. This, of course, was one of 4 games happening across the island. It was the latest to kick off. The main event was the Lion City Sailors against Balestier Khalsa. And the Sailors cashed in on their promise and delivered the Singapore Premier League title. Congratulations to the Sailors, who are the new kings in town. As for Albrechts Niigata, they succumbed to a 4-4 draw against Tanjong Pagar United. And then Young Lions with an encouraging 3-1 win over Hougang United. Let's have a look at the standings at the end of 21 matches. A season that started in March. Look at how it stacks up right at the end. The Lion City Sailors conquer all. Top of the table. They are your champions. Albrechts Niigata settle for 2nd place. Hougang United in 3rd. And Tampines Rovers in 4th. Hougang and Tampines are through to the AFC Cup qualification. Tanjong Pagar United with a 5th place finish. And Geylang International finished 6th. Balestier and the Young Lions round things up. What a season we've had. What a game we've had that's finished 1-1 between Tampines Rovers and Geylang International. It's been a season of much promise. We've enjoyed covering it. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage every step of the way. I'm Ziaul Raushan, and from the team here at our Tampines Hub, we do thank you for your company. Stay safe. We'll see you soon.